our officers, our members of the NEC, our members of the media. I just want to say a special welcome to Comrade Dr. It's not yet finished, but we're going to accommodate the media, so I'm speaking a little earlier than I would normally do. We're meeting at a time when the fortunes of the party show that we have the wind beneath our wings. We commissioned a poll by Don Anderson and his company, professional poll, to see where we stood. And the poll has shown some important things. Most importantly, it has shown not only that the party is now effectively connected with the Jamaica Labour Party, but the fact slightly ahead according to the poll within the margin of error. But that we have achieved that not by the Jamaica Labour Party's fortunes cannot see, because they were significantly ahead of us when the last poll was done in September last year. Yes, they have fallen, and of course they've fallen fairly dramatically relative to where they were 2 years ago in 2020. But the people's national party's fortunes have fallen significantly. And Congress, I think that is a combination, but there are a combination of factors that are driving that process. Yes, people are very tired of the arrogant, uncaring, and corrupt government of the Jamaica Labour Party. People are increasingly fed up, frustrated, and despondent about the direction the country is moving in. But people are also encouraged by the progress that the People's National Party has been demonstrating. This did not happen by chance. We have been strategic and we have been determined to do the things that the Jamaican people expect and want from us, for them to be in a position to repose in us the trust and confidence of governance in the country. And as is well known, one of the things that has held us back in the past was this issue of apparently us not putting together as we should be. A number of strategic decisions and moves were made to bring everybody together and on board the train. And although I would never venture to say that we are fully there yet, we have made such significant progress that I can say to you the Pnp train is moving. I want to thank everybody who has been working with me to move this train forward. There are some who in the past, we have not always been on the same side of the internal issue. That is irrelevant now. We are on a mission to take Jamaica forward to a better place. The people of Jamaica need the People's National Party in government. And I want to say to each and every one, and echo what has been said by others in the course of our discussion this morning. This is the time to think first of Jamaica and the people of the People's National Party that you profess to love. Come on forward, feel the party, let's get together and feel all right. Comrades, there is nothing that can defeat us other than ourselves. Why do I say that? Because we come to this mission with a purpose which is in favor of the upliftment of the Jamaican people. That historically, the empowerment of those who have been historically dispossessed, disempowered, oppressed, and victimized. We are the party that sees Jamaica as a whole, as a society that must be in balance, where there is room for everyone, where nobody is any less worthy or less valuable as a citizen than anyone else. The people of Jamaica appreciate that, and the majority of Jamaicans believe in that. And that is why once we demonstrate that we are fully committed to that, and that we are working together to a common cause, nothing can stop us. So comrades, please, those who are here and those who are not here, or maybe listening, or may see this message afterwards, let us all come on board the train, work in the interest of Jamaica through our people of the People's National Party. I just want to make one point to do with the current internal selection process that we have embarked on. We know that this is a process which will have its challenges. We've many times before, and we know how competitive we are when it comes to internal politics. A process has been outlined, a process has been approved by the NEC. It necessarily has to have some flexibility, and to the extent that adjustments have to be made, we will make them and bring them back here for approval. I have no horse in any race in the internal selection process. No. I want all candidates who feel that they have what it takes and have a commonality of interest with the People's National Party's aims and objectives to feel free to run. Anyone out there who is holding out that they somehow have my blessing or endorsement is engaging in mischief, because none have. I am in favor of them all, as long as they play by the rules and do what's necessary to ensure that whatever the outcome, the People's National Party comes first. So please, any of those who are on the ground suggesting that they somehow have my backing, just put an end to that. You don't. None of you have my backing. I am staying out of the process. We have outlined the process. It needs to be transparently, but effectively managed and run, so it leads to the outcomes we want, which is strong, winnable candidates in every seat. That is what we're about. Comrades, I should mention a couple of things that have happened since we last met. One relates to the Constitutional Reform Committee that the government has set up, and the other relates to the use of states of emergency. I begin with the states of emergency. For some time, we have been expressing our disquiet with the government's approach to the fighting of crime, in which they seek to employ the mechanism in the Constitution of a state of public emergency as a routine, ongoing tool to tackle issues which arise in parts of Jamaica concerning insecurity. We reiterate that we are in favor of the security forces working together with the necessary resources provided, with boots on the ground, wherever the people of Jamaica are facing flares of violence and communities are afraid and need that kind of presence. That does not require a state of emergency. A state of emergency, comrades, is a constitutional device which suspends the rights of the Jamaican people during the period of the state of emergency within the area that is covered by the state of emergency. In particular, it suspends the right of access to due process through the court if you are detained and allows for unusually broad powers of detention. It is there to protect the state from subversion, to protect the democratic constitutional system of governance from being overthrown by threats. That is why it exists, and that is how it has been deployed since independence, since we adopted the Constitution in 1960. Up until 2017, when the government conceived of a new approach and sought to use it almost like a curfew system. That is not its intention. And we as parliamentarians swear an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution. And because the government has not relented in its use in this way, despite matters having gone to court in which the judiciary on more than one occasion has expressed concerns about the way in which the government is using its device, we have said the matter needs to be adjudicated squarely by the court in Jamaica. I feel it is an obligation that we have, and I made the decision in late December when Parliament, having refused to allow an extension of a state of emergency towards the end of November, the government nevertheless declared another state of emergency early December, did not bring it to Parliament, allowed it to expire after the 14-day period set out in the Constitution, and the following week declared another one. And we felt that that was a subversion, clearly, of what the constitutional scheme is, which is that Parliament must control this process, even though it's initially initiated by the government from the Governor General. So, on the 14th of March, we filed a constitutional action seeking the court's guidance on this issue and a declaration from the court as to whether the use of the state of emergency in this way is lawful, and then seeking a declaration that it's not lawful, because that's our belief. It is important for the future of the country that this matter be settled, because the government's intent on using it in this way, which was never intended, in my opinion, never discussed when the Charter of Rights has been deleted. We cannot have that continuing, and we being called upon to support it or to vote against it without the court having had an opportunity to squarely address the matter and put its ruling on it once and for all. So that matter is going on. I have also appointed our two members to the Constitutional Reform Committee set up by the government. It took me some time to reach that point, comrades. The reason being that some of the remarks that have been made publicly by the minister gave me cause for concern as to what direction the government was intending to go on some critical issues that affect the rights of the Jamaican people. And I wanted some comfort of at least understanding where the government is intending to go before we decided to participate in this committee that they were setting. We had, and as you know, we've been calling for Bay Royal talks where we can have these kind of discussions in a frank and open way. Government finally agreed to have another set of Bay Royal talks. Previous set having been in February 2022. And we met a year later, February 2023. We had a final meeting, we had discussions. I was able to put some straight, poignant questions to the Prime Minister and his team. And arising out of that, I had a clear picture of where they thought they were going. And so we decided to appoint our two members to that committee. Senator Donna Scott Martin being one, and we have said it before, and we are maintaining our position that we want to see Jamaica move to full decolonization now. This is not the time for a piecemeal approach to returning our sovereignty to Jamaica. Yes, we want to have a head of state who is a Jamaican. We also want to have report that Jamaica helped to design, fund, and operate Caribbean Court of Justice. It is now over 15 years old and has proved itself to be one of the finest courts in the world to be our final court. And we will continue to make the case for that in the hope that the government may see the wisdom of it. Because currently, Jamaicans do not have access to their final court. Jamaica is the only country in the world where somebody who has a case before their final court has to get a visa to travel to a foreign country to be present when that matter is being heard.
I almost get it.
Furthermore, the cost of litigating in London, the cost of counsel, of solicitors, of travel, of hotel, etc., are way out of reach of the ordinary Jamaican person. And it means there is no access effectively to our final court. Hardly any cases go to our final court from Jamaica as a result. And we believe that the time comes to provide access to justice for all. I want to say something about the Integrity Commission because there's a powerful lesson. The Integrity Commission was really migration. When we were last in government, you recall that in the previous JLP administration, Bruce Foley had brought what he called special prosecutor legislation to Parliament. It was very problematic and it did not pass. However, it was quite clear to me, having experienced what we had seen in the previous Bruce Foley administration, that Jamaica's anti-corruption framework needed an overhaul. We had little silos of agencies that weren't able to communicate, weren't able to reinforce what each of them were doing, and they didn't have an overarching law that was robust and fit for purpose. I appointed an advisory committee with some of the finest minds available to me at the time, and design was hammered out there, took it to cabinet, they approved the design, they said go ahead and issue drafting instructions for the legislation to be prepared. It was prepared and we tabled it in Parliament, and I sent it to a joint select committee because it's an important thing and it needed to be comprehensively reviewed. That review took place, the 2016 elections occurred, and that was the end of that administration. The JLP government, they took it up afterwards and they made a few minor changes to it and they enacted it. And I think it came into effect in early 2018. The Integrity Commission is not perfect, and certain things have happened which I think they need to reflect on. And they should adopt, in my view, a position that says we are open to modifying, we're open to criticism, we're open to modifying our ways in which we do things as long as they're compliant with the law so that we deliver a better result for Jamaica. That is important. But there is nothing fundamentally wrong with the structure. The structure is set up so it has its own prosecutorial power, vested in a director of corruption prosecutions who is not at the beck and call of anyone else in the commission and is only subject to the DPP's overriding power under the Constitution of being able to stop a prosecution if the DPP so wishes. I see Warmington, Compton, Parliament last week with a whole raft of things to essentially got the Integrity Commission and neuter it so that it is no longer an effective body. We do not support those reforms. We do support the Integrity Commission adopting a protocol. So, for example, if a decision has been made by the Director of Corruption Prosecutions that a matter referred to her by the Director of Investigations for consideration for prosecution, if she has already made her determination of that, when the matter goes to Parliament, the two things should go at the same time. What we saw not that long ago, where Parliament received a report saying that the Prime Minister should be referred to the Director of Corruption Prosecutions arising out of certain cronyistic, nepotistic things that took place under his watch many years ago. And then a break in transmission, so to speak, when the ruling had already been made that they did not consider a prosecution viable for that matter. It created a huge storm, which could have been avoided had the information been provided as it should have been contemporaneously or one immediately following the vote. They need to reconsider how they approach those matters and deal with them properly. And Comrade, one thing also raised a point, which is that some of the reports that they have been delivering to Parliament, they don't always put all of the relevant facts in the report, and that can cause unfairness and injustice to persons who are being reviewed with their conduct, and the decision making is being reviewed when critical elements which help to inform those decisions are not included in the report and seem to be deliberately omitted. Those are the things that the Integrity Commission need to shape up and fix. But the idea of taking away their prosecutorial powers, I do not support that. The idea that they can't investigate anything before 2018 when they came into existence, I do not support that. There are transitional provisions in the law that establish them to preserve all pending matters, and those must be preserved and adjudicated. So, Lena has suggested that arising out of the commission, there was some kind of consensus between Wilmington and the PNP around reforming the Integrity Commission, and I just want to settle that here. There is no such consensus. We believe that the Integrity Commission should be protected, but they also need to fix themselves and improve where they have their areas which need improvement. That's right. Comrades, another issue which arose on Tuesday in Parliament concerned me personally. And the Minister of Finance, in closing the budget debate, said, call me a particular name. 3 times it was in his written text. And then in the furor that then followed, Minister Wilmington repeated a rather nasty allegation that he had made outside of Parliament some time before concerning the Amani family. Comrades, I am a born Jamaican. I've only ever worked in Jamaica. And the truth of the matter is that my parents were also servants of the people. My father came to Jamaica from the UK in 1953, and he never left. He established the Motor Rehab Center, which is now named after him after his death in 1996. Which is the only facility of its kind in the English-speaking Caribbean. When the food epidemic of the 1950s occurred, he was here as Jamaica's first orthopedic surgeon. And he had seen polio in Egypt, where he had worked during the war as a doctor. And the government of the day asked him to take control of the whole effort to tackle this terrible plague of poliomyelitis that was affecting Jamaica. And he did, and that's how the polio got established. When there was the second worst ever train crash in the history of the world at that time, at Kendal, the Kendal train crash, he was the one who went there and sorted out the emergency response to all these people who had been badly injured when he died. And he built mobile experimental schools. And look at them today, fine products. He was involved in the establishment of the city. But he was involved in the establishment of the Hope. It's now at the Hope Institute, which is the healing center for persons with terminal illness. Because for some reason later on, it's like he got interested in managing pain for persons with terminal illness. Many of them from very poor circumstances and can't afford expensive drugs. In fact, when he died, comrades, and we were going through his papers in his study, I found 6 pounds of compressed ganja in his cupboard, with a letter from the Commissioner of Police at the time saying Professor Sir John Golding is authorized to have ganja for the treatment of patients with terminal illness. So when it came the time came, and we were in government to deal with the reform of ganja, you know, I remember the fact that he had seen the benefit of it in helping people live the last stage of life and manage pain. And yet it was an illegal thing. And it's only because of who he was at the time as a very prominent person that he was able to deal with that. So we needed to reform it. And also, we know about the oppression of so many youths in the country by who, you know, having a sleep or a job or whatever, end up with a criminal record, end up in someone incarcerated, unable to access employment in the government, public sector, unable to get visas, etc. There were human rights issues. Another thing he started conference was the National Road Safety Council. Yeah, because as a orthopedic surgeon, he saw what the terrible results of dangerous driving were, and you know, the people who went paralyzed, otherwise maybe even killed, you know. So he was the one who started that and made sure that the Prime Minister was a German, because he wanted to make sure that it was always an institution that had the support of the government. So he was thinking that when he did that, you know. And in terms of, he has the order of Jamaica. He got the order of Jamaica. That's the highest order that a non-Jamaican can get in Jamaica, the order of Jamaica. You see, I have been that. You have got to see me before the command and order distinction was on the slide below. It's my command in the and when we in Pakistan, PJ Pakistan said, we name the institution that we have sent to the third and we have sent. We have kill the other than love and respect for my child. Because he was a caring person, and he taught me the importance of service to the country. And I feel blessed that sometimes I don't support this work. I was one of the first people to become civil servants through the administrative channel. And you know, she gave that to me after she got married to him and had me and my sister, and worked in the rehab center for the rest of her career as a volunteer. So, you know, she has her own service, history of service. And this argument about my family tree, you see, I want to do some family tree on the internet, some bogus document, say my people are slave owners. No, sir. No, sir. My forebears, one half of them on my father's side came from Eastern Europe, from Russia, which is now Lithuania. And they had to leave because of oppression there and came to Ireland. And then came over and married my grandfather, married my grandmother. My grandmother's family came from Australia. They had gone to Australia in the 1800s, very impoverished, but they were able to build a business and they built a successful business. No, so you think never in that scenario. So we never come from them.
Give it to them.
conference. You know politics, man.
Yeah.
I like our friends, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And people think kind of naive to the politics. Like,
In my bad mind, you know.
Made a speech which was immortalized by Bob Marley until the color of a man's skin.
It's a boom of significance from corner of the eyes. War. Shit.
And the word is love, you know. So, take it down a certain road. I think they're going to get this advantage from going down a certain road. They're going to find a lot of people are going to be turned on fire, you know what I'm saying? So it's a gift that's going to keep on giving. So if you want to put them on the road, it's up to you. But we don't stand for that. We have always been an inclusive class. We have been a class alliance. But you know, we stand in objective, you know, defending the rights of improving the prospects of the masses of the country who need a system that keeps them up their chance. That is what we are about. I heard that before. I heard, sir. I don't come here to scream. When it's about a scream, a scream in the bar. From 2016 to now, I went to the poll saying 55% say wrong direction, only 18% say right direction. We want a new direction.
Time come.
What's that talking about? As you mentioned, by the way, my own personal family, my wife and me. My wife is a beautiful empress. You know, we're sitting at our first actually, and she's a friend, and so we're going on date. And then they say, all right, I'm going to come with you, you know. And we end up at 30, so I'm ready to go. The ceremony kind of like, although she was really more with him and me with the next one. I mean, she was and see who is this we never get myself about that. So I got to the people there kind of about the whole thing that was not there. So dance, I'm in a prize. Yeah, that's one of 4.5 street. So it's yeah, she doesn't go down the line. I want to say one thing you be talking about. And here we are, you know. So yeah. Yeah, so you know, you feel like you are right. The try to challenge your that. All you people are way hard there. So, we are trying to do all the people's business, the people that we get on the servant. So, we're not going to take a long time.
Tell them. We know who we are. Send them a card to get away from the sick away.
And we got to that and swim and thank you for hosting that. I said somewhere, never much from this way, because I was just saying to myself, imagine when the people in the public sector workers go on strike, they must stop paying people them up quick. Like them don't respect the public sector workers and the
sense.
And when Prime Minister talk and bring a holy ball and every equipment in the parliament and the system put money and it's popped up for an hour and a half. They never say a week card.
You don't say nothing wrong. It's true. Truth or truth. Truth or truth.
That's totally ridiculous.
No, sir. No, sorry.
On the Thursday,
like you in the country.
You know, and some of them, who can be against an increase in minimum wage? We have been saying all that already. I'm glad for the people who are getting the higher wage they need. But the way in which everything is not attainable, because if they're making a major change and the stakeholders are not consulting, and working with them what it needs for them and how to mitigate it so that they can move forward, they can create problems. We can hesitate with good intentions. As I've heard, I've said before. So I'm just saying, listen, the government, when you make moves like that, you can't just stay up the seat of your pants. You have to think, you have to consult, you have to do it in a way that helps Jamaica. So you're doing something good, but do it in a way that it helps Jamaica, helps the economy get stronger, and doesn't cause unnecessary dislocation. And I fear that the way they've done this could well be problematic because, as we know, some of the stakeholders from the employer side have indicated that it's going to be problematic for them. The community will have, but the truth is, my understanding is from 2014, there have been no tuition fees in hard support at the lower levels, only level 4. There was an admin fee, 3,000 nothing from level 3 to 5, and that is being taken away. Good support that they shouldn't have been there in the first place, And to the extent that the level 4 fees are being removed as well, that is great. We support that. Truth of the matter is, Jamaica's problems in the education system and the training system are deep, and they're not being tackled by this government. And they're just tinkering with things to try and get some political mileage in a situation where their thing is just falling like a stone and our thing arise like a diamond. So that's the hard thing, but the school system needs major attention. And the next PNP government will have to put education and training at the center of our entire country. Because we can't solve crime and violence families. We can't solve the social problems that give rise to crime and violence. We have a school system where so many of the young people coming out of it don't get anything out of it, other than frustration. And their parents get sacrifices and something to show for it. So we have to make investments from early childhood and primary right through. And the tertiary to make sure that they deserve and need help get it better. No guarantee for us to buy a student loans. Restructuring the payments so that it is capped at a percentage of your actual income. So as a school, one person looking to invest in education, you don't have to fear that you're going for a student loan and you end up with a debt collector knocking at your door and you name on some adverse credit list. No, we don't believe in that. We're going to fix that problem. And with the NHT, when they took away the interest rate reduction that persons with disabilities get, and public sector workers get, and persons of 55 and over get, we're going to put that on the road up. Just removing that 1% benefit increases the monthly payment by 10 to 15,000, I believe, or the 10 to 15%, but it is a substantial impact that it has on those borrowers going forward. So we're going to fix that as well. Comrades, Jamaica has so much potential, but we also have so many deep problems, and we need a government that is really going to deal with the real issues. And the only government that can do that is the People's National Party. When you check our history, all the progress that has been made, uplifting our people, has been either designed by us or implemented by us. Sometimes we design it's implemented because they gave it to us. Often it was us who designed and implemented with years of it. So we just need to make sure that happens. So I ask each and every one of you here in this NEC today, let us recommit to the process of saving Jamaica, of putting the People's National Party back in power, to execute on policies and programs that are going to help to set Jamaica right for the future and build the kind of inclusive, tolerant, and caring society that our founding fathers believed in and that we have always stood for. Comrades, God bless you all.